Hello, hello, hello everybody, and welcome back to ESL Pro League Season 8 as we carry on with our lovely day here live from the Intel eSports Arena. We'll be sliding straight into the second map between North and, I was going to say Heroic for some reason, HellRaisers.
They played yesterday.
They did, indeed, Ben.
Yeah, and that was actually a thrashing.
It was. Will this one be?
I'm not too sure, to be honest with you. I mean, if you consider the contrast, right, so we've seen 5 different maps from HellRaisers. Dust 2, phenomenally weak. Mirage looked weak. Inferno was a bit scrappy, I guess, one way of looking at it. And now we're looking at Overpass. So, for me, I consider the previous matchup. I watched HellRaisers play Overpass twice in the major.
Okay.
They beat North in one of them overtime. They beat Cloud9 then in overtime as well. So that sounds like a scrappy map to me, right? But it looks like a map that they are content with going for when it comes to vetoes and best of ones, which means it might actually be higher up on the list than the previous maps we've seen. So hopefully, for HellRaisers, they might have finally woken up. Because they did towards the end of that map, but then they've got, you know, they put Snooze again back in overtime.
Yeah, it was definitely a bit of an awkward one. You know, they had that little 5-minute time to try and wake up. They've hit the alarm. They've knocked the alarm off the desk. It just sort of fell on the floor for a bit. So let's see how that actually affected their odds before we dive into Overpass. Ooh.
That does sound about right.
Yeah.
Considering, you know, if you consider they made that big comeback to get to overtime, and then they just disappeared. And North right now, in terms of form, as we mentioned, they're looking really, really good. So that sounds about right. It's not heavy favourites, I suppose, but it is big enough favourites that, you know, it does show up as it does. Yeah,
it obviously does lead more so in their favour. It's to be expected off the back of what we've seen, and I think they've kind of proven that point on the server as well. North, they had a little bit of a struggle though, didn't they, really? I mean, 14 rounds they were sat on for far too long. Eventually let it slip into overtime, so they did lose an extra point. They only get 2 out of that. For HellRaisers, though, it's at least a point from today.
Yeah, I mean, you consider, what, there was the win in regulation yesterday. So technically they've got 4 points from the 5 games played so far. Yeah. Which isn't great, but I mean, it's something, I guess, that if they do lose this map now in regulation, they'll at least have a point to look at. But it's not good enough, right? No. But it might be a wake-up call finally for all the team, though. They might be able to think, Jesus, we need to pick it up a bit, actually. Yeah,
because that's the thing. I mean, we spoke about the fact that NIP have already put themselves in a position where it's going to be hard to make it to finals. HellRaisers is another team that should have been there, unfortunately won because of visa issues, but they had qualified, and they might not this time around. If they keep posting results like this already, especially this early on, being that low towards the bottom of the table, it's a struggle.
Yeah, I mean, we've got an NIP coming up later as well. Like, we mentioned the possible awful issues we could have in terms of standings. Yeah. If they go even further down, it's just not looking good for them, is it? Like, HellRaisers fall into that same situation. Thankfully, HellRaisers have a win, though, right? Yeah. NIP still haven't got to that yet. Like, the closest they got was 16-13. So, you know, I'm just hoping HellRaisers are awake for this game, potentially build off that last map. You made a huge comeback. You got to overtime. Forget the fact that you didn't show up in overtime, but you got there at least, right? You got some rounds on the board. Just get something going.
Yeah, because that's the thing. I mean, they definitely have proven they have fight left in them. Angel seemed to be calling perfectly on that as well. Yeah, those
calls were phenomenal. The last, like, round 28 and 29, beautifully called there. Out of the pause, Cajun got completely destroyed. Like, they did a perfect outside, they didn't give them a chance. Round 29, the pull opposite again, they descended towards B, Wolfpack style. Round 30 faltered in it, but, you know, at the end of the day, you're not going to be flawless calling unless you've just somehow read them like a book.
Yeah, that is true. Or unless you're Vodafone.
In what way?
Because perfect calls, mate. I don't know. I was just working it in there. There you go.
I was thinking I was just like...
Because the signal never drops.
Yeah.
There you go. Vodafone.
Yeah.
Good. All right. We'll leave that there. Anyway, yeah, no, he was looking really good. I mean, definitely seemed as if like Angel was playing up to the best of his ability. I mean, in terms of fragging as well, that's great. And that always is the big point, right? We speak about how leading by examples is a major key point for IGLs. If you can prove to your squad that not only are you big in terms of your actual individual strength, and in terms of tactically what you're bringing to the table, it can help them out majorly. And I think he definitely sort of rallied the squad there into that one.
Yeah, I think he had, like, what, 28 kills at the end of that game. It was, you know, I think top of the scoreboard other than, I imagine it was Valdi or Kirby, both of them racked up a lot in overtime. Yeah. And, you know, when you consider you have players like Woxy and Issa, you just think, if he's on 28 kills, where are the others? Like, you know, they need to be showing up as well. And considering the previous matchup on Overpass, Woxy and Issa were the only reason they won that game. They need to show up here.
Yeah, they have to really start to step things up and get back into it if they want to. I mean, if they want to actually get any points at all, because 1 point just isn't enough, obviously, from this series. If they can try and get a little bit extra, it would be good. Ideally, though, for North, this is going to be a 2-0 for them, as it seems like they have been quite commanding. But we are ready to get underway with the action. We're going to be diving back in. North versus HellRaisers, or, well, to be accurate, NorthGG.bet, HellRaisers 1xbet.
Many bets.
All the bets, mate. I bet that it's going to be an absolutely fantastic game. As we kick it off, Kirby, aggressive as ever.
Yeah, just shooting a bit of a stray bullet there. Not really intending to land a shot, just kind of, I'll shoot, show my presence, and that'll be it. And HellRaisers is so aggressive here, going towards long, but Kirby and Cadian are thinking of playing towards that.
They run straight past the picnic, but they won't be having a calm day today. It will be one full of bloodlust as they try and slip their way around up towards the A site early, but it's a little bit of tour du overpass. They're actually going back round and over towards B, Ben.
It's like a classic round the world strat in Dust 2, isn't it?
It is indeed.
That thing through the wall!
Hello.
What? It's a horrible situation to be put in, and chaos started here on B site.
Yeah, kicked off with a very explosive bang as the frags come through, but it is falling in favour of HellRaisers, Ben. As the bomb has gone down, it's all up to one man, Kirby, to save the day. A 1-on-3 as he rotates back around, rapidly tiptoeing his way over. The smoke shrouds his vision as he realises it is going to be a little bit of a hard task. Pushes down, finds the first. The adjustment onto Woxic there, Dead Fox and Angel. The last two remaining people on that T side, rather, as Angel's rather low. Dead Fox, full HP, holds the angle. He does have the kit, but he doesn't have much time. He needs to be speedy about this. Tags the first man, but is a little bit confused as he starts to fall back. It's the huge dink down on Dead Fox. He will die, but so will he. He's going to just have to commit to it.
Oh, I didn't actually look for it. He might survive it. Yeah, I was going to say, you can survive at the pit bit there in Monster.
Yeah.
With Kevlar, just because of how big that pillar is. If I'm honest, it's a very thick boy.
He is quite large.
And he's actually bought a scout here too. So because of his spawn, I imagine he'll go for the pick first. But after that, he might trade pistols with Cadian and give Cadian the scout. Because you can see right there, he has such a good spawn for mid. He's going straight for that pick. And Cadian is closely following. It's like that player in matchmaking who just sees you buying up, you haven't dropped it back to him.
I'll come with you.
Just waiting for you to die in the loop.
Yeah. Shut up, old noob. Shout out to Simple.
And there you go, Kirby trades it off, didn't get a chance, but they're just coming straight out of Monster, and Gay's the only player here. No chance whatsoever there.
Yeah, that's
got a big save.
Yeah. They're all going to run down. Probably go to the party, probably go to the park, have a party in the park, have a toilet party. My favourite.
It's a very lonely toilet party for Kirby in there.
I know, it's just
only
the one
man present.
Yeah. Kirby on his own in the toilets, the rest of them just hanging out by the trees.
Cadian being one with nature.
That's what you need, a bit of a zen moment for North. HellRaisers, however, they've woken up and the aggression is definitely starting to bubble to the top. They need to rise up. They've had a slow start to the day, but it seems like finally they've been able to get themselves awoken. They've splashed the water on their face, Ben. They've got pumped, and they're ready for war.
And there we go. People are joining Kirby in the toilets. Finally.
This is what we want to see.
But Angel might be coming in to destroy the party.
Oh, he's tried to shut down the party.
And he stopped. They did lose that scout fully.
It's gone forever.
Because that was quite a big kill to get there for Angel. $600 reward. Plus he destroyed technically $1,700 worth of value. In one little blow right there.
Evaporated. One little blow in the toilets. That's all it took.
And Cadian hoping to add to more with this scout that he's still got. Kirby gave it away and didn't get it back again.
No. Ooh.
He did actually hit him there.
That's a scratch, Ben.
Very slight scratch.
He sneezed on him as he crosses.
Hopefully he's not contagious.
I'd hope not.
Boxing might be seeing some damage done over time there.
Yeah, get the dot on him. He'll be like Snods. He'll be out of action for a week.
At the very least.
Yeah, minimum.
Not great, not great.
Well, here comes a very big push. Cadian needs to try and hold them off as the push comes through. Gets the early contact, but they're right in his face now, and he decides to fall back instead.
Yeah, Angel is fully in the open there. He's just nading into that toilets area. And Kirby again pushing up closer towards long. Question is, if they smoke the end of long, they've actually tagged him as well. He peeks out. What? How is he actually been able to get that kill? He's tagging them surprisingly. Look, it's the way he shoots. He's quite shaky, right? And it just looks like it's nowhere near him. Gets the kill and actually gets away with no consequences.
It's like the Angel Deagle kill we saw on Snaps, where it's just the aim punch frag.
Oh, Katie gets caught.
Well, that's the scout out of commission. But however, they do still have 4 versus 4 alive into this round as the push comes up. There's 30 seconds on the clock, and it is going to be complete chaos on the A bomb site. Oh, Kirby tried to sneak in from behind, but they find him, they take him down. Woxic in the close range angle, just spraying and praying with a Kalashnikov, and they all hit the deck one by one. Woxic snaps the neck of Gade. He couldn't protect his neck, unfortunately, Ben.
Gonna be needing a brace for that one. Major damage inflicted right there. 3-0 to HellRaisers. Again, they started like this on train too. But this time I think on T side of Overpass you can set the tempo a bit more than that CT side train. It's a bit of a rush areas being on train compared to this T side and Overpass. And no warp in play from the CT side either. Cajun could have gone glass cannon, but he's opted for the double rifle on A. So that's quite unusual. I thought he'd be more willing to go for that glass cannon. We know for sure if Woxic was on that side, he'd be glass cannon. So B short was given up by North there. I imagine because they didn't have the utility to actually fight for it. Like normally you'd Molotov that pipe, and then you have 2 players take it. But as you can see, there's not much grenades on that north side. Not really willing to spend the little grenades they have on that one little area of the map. Very slow default nowadays. We saw a lot of that, and that spam was beautiful. What?
That's crazy.
All the way through the gap in the door. Into the end of connector, essentially. Here comes that aggression. Dead Fox, he was blind for that kill. If I'm Dead Fox, I'm thinking, great, I got a kill for that.
Yeah, that worked. I was blind, I should have been dead. Now we're forward to the 4v4. Bondic is low as well because the early tag that came through off Valde. They are grouped up outside a monster. 3 players there. The only one that isn't with them will be Angel. And he's about to get contact against Kirby, it seems. Actually bypasses him. He's straight down through connector.
And the take comes in. I mean, Valde's made a good position right here on short. So he'll probably be able to catch Angel off if he does come up for that. But instead, Angel gets caught from behind. So this setup, AZ's alone on the side. He's got 2 kills.
Oh, Woxic with the frag on AZ and Valde as he finds the double kill. And he's all on him. The nade barely keeping him alive, Ben. He's alive on 5 HP.
10 seconds left. He has to plant. I mean, he can plant safe side of the pillar, but he's going for the sandbags tap. I'm surprised with that. He's giving himself no time now. They just push through.
Wasted it as he will go down. And he himself is left wasted on the ground. And that is finally a round picked up for North, as they'll be able to achieve that one there. Again, I mean, we saw this last time, right? HellRaisers, they won the pistol, they won the follow-up rounds, and then North woke up. That's when they started to come into their own. The investment they go for this time as well, only lightly investing into the SMG. It's just an MP5 on Kirby. Valde going to go for the UMP, but the AWP is donned on Big Man Cadian.
I'm quite intrigued by the choice of weaponry, really. I mean, Kirby seems to love this MP5, right? He seems to be well... He wants to use it on buy rounds, right?
It's the Danes. They love it.
And I think we did see a UMP, right? Wasn't that a UMP on CT side?
There was a UMP.
So they've spent some money by mistake there.
Yeah.
But despite that, they're winning the fight at B, but then losing it. Gate's the only player there.
Oh.
You can't land a single shot.
You said they were winning, but now they've completely lost it, Ben. The entire site control slipped away from them. It's just Kirby and Cadian that remain, and this retake would just be so awful if they tried to go for it. They realise it's a little bit too much of a hard task and start to back off.
And Kirby actually got one of the rifles that was dropped. There was one dropped in heaven, funnily enough. So now they need to keep those guns. And right now Kirby, surprisingly, it's considered they were 3-0 down, right? Yeah. After they won a round, he was 6 for 1. Quite a weird position to be in when you...
Yeah, when you're that far behind. Yeah. It is odd as well, because obviously they did have that extra weapon. So I don't know what went wrong with the buy in the opening round for them, but I don't know. That could actually mess up the cash a little bit. You can see everyone is quite low in terms of economy.
Well, somebody's missing 1200 somewhere. Right?
Yeah.
But I mean, it doesn't change too much, I guess. Like, no matter what, they were going to have a pretty poor buy here. Like, they saved 2 weapons. You have to force around them, because you're on a double eco otherwise. And that's probably why the pauses come in here, right? So, if they really want to think about it, so if you want to probably force into it, because you're double eco, in my mind, if you're double eco, you should force into it. Kirby, he's committed there. He's dropped a UMP for Valde. Cadian can drop a UMP as well. So you can see Kirby's taking the hit there. He could have potentially got full nades and then a kit and stuff to make their chance of winning even better. Caden should be dropping a UMP towards either Gade or AZ. I think preferably it should be towards AZ because he's playing the more aggressive, like, rotate. And it looks like Gade's going to be going for 5-7. And Caden doesn't actually go to drop a gun. So he decides to not drop a gun, instead he's gone for the grenades, and there's still no kit on that CT side. So if there is a decision to be made when it comes to a post plant, they're in a bad spot.
Yeah, they're just so forced. You basically either have to rush headstrong and hope for the best, or completely concede, because you're not going to get it. There wouldn't be any time.
Yeah, I feel like as the AWP, you should be the one sacrificing your grenades a lot of the time. I mean, Boxic does it very often.
Every round we've seen, yeah.
Whereas Kirby probably should have been the one who has grenades because he plays such a more aggressive, you know, style of play at least on that side. Unless the way that they've been playing their A setup is where Caden is there supporting Kirby very often, which it does look like he is doing on the radar. I think it's just a matter of time here though. I mean, Kirby wins that fight and there's no trade from Caden. I mean, where's the trade? Yeah. He was playing there with him.
He was supporting him, but didn't have the line of sight, doesn't go for the kill, misses the opening shot when he does finally get an opportunity and has to fall back towards the site. Is there a minute on the clock now as well? It's a bit of a stalemate. They've lost Kirby, and their opponents have lost Woxic, as it just slows down the tempo ever so slightly. The only thing is, Ben, they still have so much more firepower in their arsenal compared to what North have brought to the table. Just pistols on Gade and AZ.
Yeah, the fact that they're a double playing connector, they finally get out because they need to. There's no presence on that A side right now. Caden had to rotate. Now he's on the way back. HellRaisers with 25 seconds left. A side appears to be the call, and there's a mass rotation here. The only player towards B is AZ. The rest of them are playing A.
And this big stack's great. This could work well for them. Push is going to come up. Dead Fox clearing his angles as they start to get in position. They're leaving it so late on the timing, Ben. 10 seconds. They have to go for it now, and they've lost the bomb. That could be the round right there.
Yeah, that's round. Bomb
yeah, it's over.
Not smoked the bomb either. It's too late. Unless they get the kills, it shouldn't not be possible. Caden 3 kills right there. And Angel's, he's still challenging. Pushing. He might die.
Yeah.
He gets out, but he was tempting fate there, wasn't he? Taking a few too many peeks.
Risky stuff, but HellRaisers, they left it so late into that one, and the timing does come back to bite them in the bottom. As they'll let that one slip away. 4-2 now being the scoreline. HellRaisers, they are in the lead. But how long can they keep this up for?
Some more mid-aggression coming up from Kirby and Caden here. Kirby's full aggression there. You can see he's already in the playground. Blinded by Caden's flash. I mean, he was originally going to be all the way in there, but the flash got him and he just pulled out. And there we go, that map control. I mean, if you're injured, you're probably thinking they might have pushed further in. I can't really risk it on my own. Which is where this B commit's coming in. They're coming out monster.
Or they spot him out. Dead Fox with the first. Gets the headshot over on Valde. Gade and AZ take a kill apiece, but things start to slow down now. It falls into the 2-on-3 with 1 minute and 15 seconds left on the clock. AZ just waiting on the close angle, trying to peer over. Goes for the fast peek, misses the headshot barely. And the two Ts are still testing their luck, but they go down. Kirby gets the flick over. It's a headshot on Bondic, and Cadian to punish Angel with the AWP.
And that's the money finally gone from HellRaisers. They had these dodgy, scrappy buys coming in, purely because they stayed alive for so long on some of the rounds. And then finally now they'll be put into those half buys, you know, maybe a CZ armor, that sort of thing. The question is, where are they planning on doing, what are they planning on doing, rather, with these guns? Because there's not much you can do, other than wait it out. These buy rounds that they've had, Dead Fox, I mean, that's an interesting commit, I guess. I mean, he's faked some sort of B rush on his own through shot and then died instantly to a grenade. That was very odd. Bit of a giveaway round, really. He may as well not bought those pistols. May as well save the $300 to $500 that you spent on those. And it's already tied up 4-4. So the same instance as you mentioned on train, 3-0, and then North get their footing. I just wonder though, the rounds have been played so slowly by HellRaisers whenever they've had a bye. They've waited out a good minute 20, probably on average, each time. And they've not really done much with their default either. Like, it's not like they were getting map control, so like a slow mid-take and then taking that from there. So that's better. Something right at the start of the round to get going. Angel gets the entry kill. Lead by example.
It's a good way to open it up. Can they continue it? There's a slow round so far from HellRaisers, playing it quite far back, and now they've got the initial pick. They know they're in a good position here. It's also the removal of Cadian, who has been a huge set piece for North.
For sure, and then from that though, they slowed it down. I understand slowing it down now. You've got some kind of advantage. North need to make a play of some kind. And Kirby is the one to be making right here. There's a smoke here, but it's going to fade any second now. Boxing is thinking about it. He's trying to see if he can get anybody on radar, but Kirby's already pulled back.
He slipped out of there, Woxic. If he tests his luck, he might walk into it and actually go down, which he will. His noggin gets peeled back as he'll be lifeless on the ground. Killed by Kirby. And they begin to fall back towards the bomb site. Unfortunately, AZ is picked, punished there by Bondik from a distance. Angel rotates back around, looking to try and get that connection onto Kirby. Flashbangs teaming in as the rotate comes around, but it's going to be a 4-on-3 retake. North coming from two different angles of attack. They've got the players that rotate around, going to peek out through bank. One man there on long. Kirby finally killed by Angel. And he now has that long control. They realise it's clear after getting that pick. This might be the save call, which it will be.
Yeah, the correct call's been made there. So I suppose it all stems off that Cadian pick in connector. Angel getting that kill right there. And then despite Kirby picking off Woxic and trying to get the trade, this might be bad actually. If they lose these guns, the buy will be damaged severely. Ooh. So he does get the info that he is there, but I don't think Deadfox will be there in time to get the kill. It's too far gone, yeah. So Gage should be able to live here. As I mentioned, Angel, he got that first kill. They then calmed it down, slow execute towards Ed. He somehow dies there. Like, there's no need to be going up those stairs.
Yeah, just hide at that point. Sit by the bunny club. Keep it real.
That's club clean. Like, oh, very unusual. I mean, the buyer will be coming in, but you consider how much the money they might have saved if you could potentially drop an M4 rather than have one player who now has only a smoke and a flash, for example. So Angel donning the AWP is an interesting one, isn't it? We've seen Woxic use it, we've seen Deadfox use it. We saw Issa use it.
Yeah. It's passed between a lot of the lineup, but Angel picking it up is a bit of a blip. Not as common, by far.
Yeah, I mean, he had it that round when, they lost the round and he stayed alive after time. He did keep it there. He was missing a lot of shots. And that round he did get Kirby, but it looked really uncomfortable when he was doing the peak. Like, it seemed very... Like, he doesn't use an AWP very often, sort of thing.
No. Well, he is more of that rifler. We expect to see him on the rifler. That is his role. It's very bizarre when he does really pick up the AWP. So, what is the reason to it in this one? As he just supports his team right now, looking for that first pick towards long. His teammates push up, which is focused in, looking towards toilets, then looking towards long. A minute on the clock as they have pushed in deep, and they've got a bit of toilet control. No one's there.
Yes, toilet control given up by North here. And they've got the AWP currently set towards B. So unfortunately for North, they've got no real presence towards that highway part of the map, towards long, nothing like that. As you can see here, HellRaisers, it looks like A is the side they want to be hitting. Cadian is rotating as well, it's just a matter of time really. North could potentially risk even more players here. And here come the smokes. Cadian, he's going to be blocked out by that single smoke there.
Ooh.
Got no chance there. Bondik with 2 full kills. AZ got 2 of them though. That changes things. 3v3.
Takes down Bondik and Deadfox. Basically does what Bondik did to them, back to them. Angel, however, might have saved them the day. It doesn't matter. As their players start to get picked to pieces and it falls down to Gade, the scavenger, the last man left to save it. The vulture arrives on the scene as there is bodies picked clean around him. Trying to look up, seeing if anyone is playing close towards the truck there, but they're not in position. Does he realise on the close left angle that they're lying in wait ready? No. Angel able to take the shot, takes him down. Gade hits the deck, and HellRaisers pick up another round. They've got the advantage, and now they've got themselves a bit extra. They put themselves onto a 6-4 scoreline. They break the economy of North. This might be them projecting them into a pretty good lead.
I'm confused why Gade was so slow on his rotate that round. So after, I think it was AZ that ran through the smoke, AZ got a kill, died. Gade was still walking through the underpass of CT on his rotate. This might be an interesting situation for Angels to be tested with the AWP here. Misses the first shot. Issa thankfully is there to bail him out a bit. And there we go, Woxic gets another one, yeah. Angel missed his first shot and they just stopped peeking. He was like, Best not.
You guys deal with that. And they did, to be fair. I mean, this is the only one that goes down after getting 2 kills, so can't really fault him for that one. For Cadian, going to push through all the way up connector, go back up behind them possibly here, but it's just a mere matter of time. I mean, this round is pretty much over. That'll be a 7-4 scoreline from this point, and HellRaisers, they're looking good.
I'm wondering if they threw the AK over the wall. Because Cadian, there's a chance here he can get it. So Issa's body is on the floor there, but they've done nothing with the AK, so he gets to keep the AK. And usually, so this round will have to play out through the plant. So we've got another 40 seconds here on this potential hunt, right? So somebody on that HellRaiser side must be thinking, maybe he's gone for the gun. And Bondic is going to be the first point of contact here. Cadian's behind that rock. Not peeked yet, but Bondic should probably see him. There we go. Surprised Cadian was holding down for that long. Well, he has to peek at some point. Got to be checking that long, but because they can just run it the whole way.
Yeah, well, pause comes through. You can only imagine this will be for North to actually talk out what's going wrong, because the cracks are showing, Ben. It's not looking too good right now. I mean, for North that looked so dominant earlier on today, to now be struggling quite heavily against the HellRaisers that has looked the exact opposite of dominant, is a bit of a role reversal.
Yeah, I think this has got to be a clear showing that Overpass is probably one of HellRaiser's better maps, right? And it just makes you wonder which map was the one that slipped through, right? So the only way in this veto system, normally so imagine Team A, their least favorite map goes out first, then it's Team B, their bottom 2.
Yeah.
So in most instances, I guess HellRaiser has been Team A, but then the maps must have been matching, weirdly. Like another team have also got that one as their weakest or something. So it must have been just an unfortunate situation where that happened for them. But a buy comes in, no AWP in play for North, and Angel, see how aggressive he is as well. The HellRaisers players are so aggressive, they're just willing to take any risk for a battle.
Well, the risks are paying off as the push comes through, and they are definitely raising hell. Pinheads on display as the damage comes through, and it is just 3 versus 4 into the round. However, HellRaisers are in a bit of an awkward spot in terms of their HP, Ben, but they still find the critical frags. And Kirby, although he's coming up from behind and could have been the saving grace, his teammates have already died, and he does not fancy the chances of that one. Will back off, call it quits for the day, and save it. As HellRaisers have won themselves another round, pushing it to an 8 now.
8-4. Probably the biggest deficit we've seen in favour of HellRaisers in the past few games, really, isn't it? Thinking about it. Because their best lead was, what, 3-0, I guess?
Yeah.
That's the biggest difference they've made. Yeah, so Kirby will keep his M4, keep a Molotov as well, but the loss bonus isn't quite, it's not good enough on that CT side. You know, you need to, on T side maybe, well, he's going to be tested. If Woxic spins around and checks this side, I don't think he will. Kirby gets the kill, and that should be fine. Stays alive. But as I mentioned, the loss bonus isn't good enough on that CT side for you to risk forcing into it. So right here, Kirby probably going to be the lone gun. The others can go, you know, armor, pistols. But there was a round on train where we saw North win with a buy like this. But that was purely because of how much mayhem they caused on that B-upper sort of area. Do you remember, above the ladder?
Yeah. Well, the early spam comes through from Dead Fox, but no connection onto him. However, they are just going to push straight out through Monster and go for something a little bit too cheeky. They do get a kill from it, as they will be able to punish Dead Fox, and Woxic goes down as well. Kirby will be traded back upon by Issa, however, and it is the 3-on-3. They can scavenge those weapons a little bit. Gade's got himself the AK. Caden and AZ unarmed just with the pistols, get first contact as the push comes through. Caden will go down. And HellRaisers, they're in a commanding position once more.
Yeah, AZ might be able to get the drop here on Bonnick. I think Bonnick's too aware though. Thankfully Angel covers for him. 3v1 now. Gate does have armor. But to win this round, he needs to land every single shot beautifully. And unfortunately, he's having to run through the fire.
Gade!
Oh, he had a chance there, didn't he?
Yeah, he wanted to try to deny the bomb plant, but didn't get an opportunity for it. So close, but didn't happen. That's now the 9th round picked up for HellRaisers as well, Ben. They're looking pretty commanding into this one, but there is the rebuy for North. Cadian back on the AWP. Is that going to give him a little bit more leeway? Can that be a bigger issue? HellRaisers just look like they've got their number right now.
Yeah, these last 3 rounds for them have been really, really smooth. Like, a lot of people staying alive as well. And Cadian, as you mentioned, is that going to be the turning point? Is he finally going to be able to get more impact on the map with his ult? Because on Train, he didn't really have much.
No.
He never seems to be that aggressive kind of AWPers. Like, so a lot of AWPers tend to be hyper aggressive, right? So like your Simples, your Device, they're able to go for these picks when they want to, and they do it. Cadian seems much more reserved. Like, he's not willing to go for the mid peak or like that sort of connector pick, which is so unusual. Like, typically your AWPer, you want them to be confident, don't you?
Yeah.
But instead, he's holding that really deep angle, just defensive as anything. Oh no. You hate to see that. That's
rough. Yeah, Bondic just spams straight through. Gets the kill. Gade goes down in a matter of seconds, and especially in this position, round 14, it's an important one, but the trades coming through thick and fast from either side. It's consistent. Dead Fox, hot on his tail as he'll sneak up behind him there, up towards short, but realizes he just needs to fall back, link up with his teammate, and play around Issa, as they will try and go for a hit on the A site. And the rotate seems to be coming through. Cadian looks like he might have fallen off. Gets that first pick.
Yeah, there's that little run up site, isn't it? It's a very awkward path when you do not have any grenades to help you there. And he's a perfect player to be in this situation, 1v2. A kit is in play on Easy. What's Easy going to do in this 1v2? He was very willing to take that fight with AZ. Unfortunately, does not land the shot. It does mean North get their 5th round of the board, right? So at one point, I think it was 4-4.
Yeah.
So first round, they've won in 6. And now they're hoping probably to build on that. But HellRaisers, I wouldn't be surprised if we saw Angel call a fast rush or something right now. They know there's an open play on Cadian. If you were to rush B, B players are not going to be as well equipped in terms of utility or weapons. Although he's got an AWP on himself here, Angel. I'm not too sure if a B call, a B rush that would be called. He usually likes to spearhead the attack.
He has dropped that AWP over. No, he's gone back for it. It's interesting that he is actually picking up the AWP now. I don't know why they've made that call to switch it around all of a sudden, especially when Woxic's been so effective.
He was successful with it, though. That was the thing. That wasn't the error of their game, thus far at least. Like, he was getting those opening kills against Oscar, for example, in the Mouse Sports game. He wasn't even needed to do it as much on Train because they were rifling quite heavily. It's very unusual. I mean, they're winning rounds with it, and here comes the monster push. There is a weird smoke in there, but Dead Fox, ooh, what a shot.
It's a big entry, and there's more to be done, however, as the trades go back. It is still in favour of HellRaisers, as there's 3 Musketeers that remain for North, but they're raising hell against the HellRaisers. AZ with the connection, takes down Issa, and looks for even more here. Just playing from short, bounds out, leaps through as he shuts them all down with a beautiful flick. Elegant as ever as he adjusts and cracks the skull of Woxic. And it is all on Angel now in a 1-on-2. An awkward round to be in. He's paranoid as well, panicked about where they could be. Luckily, he has a ton of time, misses the no-scope though. And Kirby will overpower him. That is going to be the half wrapped up as North get themselves 6th round. It goes 9-6 at the half. And there's the updated odds.
Yeah, so the odds reflect the way that the map is portrayed. Typically a CT-sided map. So if HellRaisers have 9 rounds, they've done pretty damn well there.
Yeah.
I'm just wondering though if they're able to, build on those pistol round wins at least this time. Maybe if they get a pistol round win here, they could probably stretch out to 12-6 even. And potentially look in a good position to take the map entirely. It's
plausible. I mean, they're looking pretty good right now. They're starting to, sort of just break through that brick wall they've been hitting for what appears to be the earlier on games today, and even the first matchup they had versus North. It was such a slow start. Now they're warm, they've woken up, they look poised, and they're hitting the majority of their shots. Obviously a couple of weird changes with Angel picking up the AWP, but things are working for them, so you can't really fault it right now.
The thing that's worrying, I suppose, is they're only waking up now after playing 3 full maps.
Yeah. Their 4th map of the day.
That's such a that shouldn't be a thing, really. The thing is, if you're coming with the CIS region primarily for this team, they primarily are in like a +2 time zone thing as well. So
yeah,
these games they start at 6 o'clock their time at the earliest. They've had plenty of time to actually play Prax before too, and get warmed up. Like that's the whole point of Prax usually, or you just deathmatch, anything like that. You shouldn't have to be warming up through official plays.
Yeah, it's definitely been odd to see him looking so sluggish and taking so long to really get invigorated into the games. But we are jumping back into it and carrying on now. It's a 9-6 scoreline. HellRaisers, can they get the pistol, or North, will they pick it up and be able to equalise the scoreline?
So this is quite different. So normally Dead Fox has been the player picking up the kit on the CT side for HellRaisers. Next time, Bondic gets it. So perhaps trying to change things up a bit, see if we can change things, maybe give Dead Fox a bit more of a role to actually frag out. But I think they peeked Monster B with a flash from Bondic. They didn't see anything. Unfortunately, the North players were, they were covered to the sides. Valdi's going to smoke heaven. I think he's going to molly barrels. And the B monster take will be pushing through as well. Oh, he's actually mollied the boost at CT.
Oh, Dead Fox with that connection as well takes down AZ. Gade with a double, however, as things are looking damn good for them. But they push in far too deep, the overcommit, and Angel sends them all down as he rips his way through them, sends them to the Netherrealm. But it doesn't matter. Kirby able to flick and get the adjustment, brings it up to the one-on-one. One shot is all it would take, and he lands it. Bondic slumped down. North win an outrageous pistol round.
You could kind of see the adrenaline in Angel. Right? He got those first 3 kills and he was chasing that 4th one.
Yeah,
3 bullets left. I'm gonna get it. Doesn't get it. Kirby, phenomenal round by the way. He got the 2 dinks on the first 2 kills that were had. And then he follows up with a 3k. Really good round for him. 9-7 now. North hoping to convert this one. HellRaisers don't even force into this one. They just buy Deagles and a P250 on Boxic. Relying more on the RNG, I suppose, of a Deagle to potentially win the round here. And you mentioned Angel playing well. He's 15 for 8 right now as well.
Yeah.
So that's even while donning the AWP on the T side. So it's quite peculiar that that clearly isn't a bad thing that's happening currently.
Cadian's got a souvenir MP5.
I think he's stuck a lot of stickers on it.
No, they're the ones from are they not the MVP stickers though you only get from a souvenir?
Oh.
Yeah, look. Yeah, because it's got a signature with Tyloo and Gambit. It's got the N-Test signature, so it's a souvenir one.
Doesn't even look like a skin.
Yeah, it's got the weird little safari skin. You can see there's a couple of little dark spots on it.
Yeah. Pretty crap skin, isn't it?
Yeah, it is, yeah. But it does have the power of the N-Tat.
Yeah. Decent player to have it on. He's actually the all-time leader in HLTV rating.
Yeah.
Funnily enough.
He's an absolute beast, to be fair.
Yeah. All while calling.
Cadian also now in terms of the calling. Let's see if he can channel that inner Tyloo power as they push up and go for the frags. They are going to be dinked down, tagged up quite heavily. AZ and Valde. Oh, straight off his head. The old Goomba stomp coming through, and Angel's the last one left live, and it is going to be that 8th round picked up then. This should be a 9-9 really if they can carry on, get the following round, win all their conversions. Then that game will begin anew. And HellRaisers, what have they got to show us from their CT side? What have they got up their sleeves? That's what's going to be interesting. Very dominant T side. Can that translate to their CT half?
You'd like to think so, especially with the versatility now that Angel picking up the AWP means you can have another AWPer. Like normally they already have Dead Fox and Roxic doing it themselves anyway. I'm actually interested to see what they do on this round, to be honest, because a lot of teams, like most of the time, when you lose that 2nd round and you've bought slightly into it, they tend to just give in and die for that 3rd round, just because you don't really have much to invest. You just go for like a P250 here and there, maybe. I'd like to see like some sort of stack. You can see all 5 players actually heading towards B here as well. So what's actually in the box here? I'm interested to see what they do. So that looks like they're boosting on the sandbags to look at short. And they've got a player playing on the Freiburg, but it bounces back. I mean, Issa's taking a big hit there. So that was the only investment bought in, I think. Issa got a P250, and Woxic just sprinted through the Molotov just to get to that gun. Yeah. Taking 82 damage.
He's gone quite aggressive there.
He's got the gun, give it to someone else. There we go. Completed it, mate.
He has indeed, to be fair. I mean, it's worked out well. He's fallen back. He's been able to get away with the MP5.
The fire trial.
Straight over the hot coals.
And North, they've kind of slowed down. I mean, Cadian, as the caller, he dies. It means he can control the round from an overhead perspective, right? And that's a good kill for Kirby to get onto Angel. But that probably means the HellRaisers will risk just having all 4 players on the same bomb site here.
Oh. It's a big pass with the bomb. Kirby had to snatch it out the air. As they start to push down, Kirby with the MP5 sprinting in, gets the headshot over on Dead Fox, and it's just Woxic, Bondic, and Issa that remain. And
Woxic is so low here.
Oh yeah, staring into the wall, trying to play the anti-flash angle, loses his face as Kirby's just running his way through them, but it's a 4K. It should be the ace with the MP5 here, surely. Nearly found the kill on Issa, but didn't realise, second-guessed himself, and AZ will shut him down. That is 9-9. It's all tied up.
Yeah, so a bit more of improvisation, I suppose, with the 5 players. They ordered them towards B. If they rushed B, you might have had a good chance of winning, or at least doing a lot of damage. In the end, they got 2 kills. It's a pretty decent return, considering. And now Woxic picks up the ult himself this time. So we saw Angel pick up a lot in that first half. Woxic now back with it. So perhaps on the Overpass, they just don't really want to use a Woxic AWP as much, or he doesn't feel as comfortable being aggressive. This looks like a technical pause to me.
Seems like it. They're all sitting in spawn. Feel like there should be an issue here.
Okay, he's just practicing some kind of aiming. Spelling aim for this one. Yeah, so imagine Tech, not too sure on which side though. It looked like North were preparing to rush towards B originally at the start.
If Angel's the ones that killed himself, I feel like HellRaisers might have started the pause.
And Angel's just that tilted.
Yeah, now they've all just become T's.
Yeah, that's interesting. Never seen that one before.
It's fresh. Technical pause between the two sides to get that remedied before we dive back in and carry on with the action. It's all tied up though, 9-9. And it's been looking good. I mean, HellRaisers, they're woke. They know what's going on, Ben. They're aware of the lizard people in charge.
Of course. We all need to be aware, really.
You do. Stay woke.
Yeah. Earth is also flat.
Yeah, Earth is flat, to be fair. That's proof, mate. HellRaisers have actually been pretty effective. I mean, a lot of the games they've had today have been pretty one-sided. This one, a lot closer. 9-9, it's tied up. Train definitely could have gone in their favour as well if they would have played their cards right. And the fact it was that close means that this series is looking to go down to the wire, really. I wouldn't be surprised if we do see the full 30 rounds played out.
Yeah, I mean, if we consider the previous matchup was only, what, 3 weeks ago, there was 2 different players for North, which is worth considering. But that did go to overtime. And the first matchup on Train was overtime as well. But I wouldn't have said that that Train match would have gone to overtime based on the first 24 rounds we saw.
No.
North seemed in a very commanding lead, and they kind of just fell over and lost it all.
Yeah, just sort of accepted it.
Yeah, at one point they were looking at losing in regulation. 14-9 to 15-14 down. It was quite bizarre.
It is wacky how wild the game can be in that sense, and how much it can toss and turn between who is in the lead. And it's definitely all to play for the either two teams that are still alive at this point. It is not set in stone who's going to take it yet at all. And it will be very interesting to see who does actually walk away with the victory here. As North, they've already got 2 points out of the 3 they could have taken from the series. Can they get themselves 5 and be down happy with it, or is HellRaisers actually going to get themselves another win? Right now they've only picked up 1 win so far. If they can get a second, it will be good for their standings.
Definitely. I mean, it's just more about the overall day as well. You don't want to be coming out of it with an overtime loss, and that's your only source of points.
Yeah.
Like 1 point from a possible 4. You'd like to think you average a point per game across an entire season. Like 26 points. You're probably thinking that's an okay amount of points from... Yeah, that means you've got at minimum probably about, what, say 6 wins, an overtime win, maybe 2, and then a lot of overtime losses potentially, right?
Yeah.
And 26 points probably puts you in a spot to challenge, actually, towards that final spot as well. But because of the second pause, though, so it was going to be the first buy round, and we did see an AWP from Woxic, and I think there was an AWP on Cadian as well, which does make you wonder what kind of situation will Woxic be put into on that CT side of it. Because we didn't see him use it as much in that first half, obviously. Angel picked it up a lot more.
Well, whilst we're in this technical pause, Ben, you may have seen there has been a couple of animals that we've witnessed on the pan as we pan around the map.
Yep.
There's been an elephant and a giraffe. So talking of animals, did you know that the largest koi fish ever recorded was a whopping 4 foot long and 91 pounds. The monster-sized fish was later sold to the koi fish enthusiast Jeff Lawton, where she received the name Big Girl.
Big Girl.
Big Girl.
That sounds really, really, you know, well thought through as a name.
Yeah.
Wow, that's just the words he said when he first saw it. It was like, whoa, big girl.
Yeah, that's like, a big
that's
girl.
It.
Yeah.
Like it wasn't even like a, I'll think about this one. I really care for this.
Yeah. Look at the size of that fish. What a big girl.
I was like, that's a good name, isn't it?
Yeah.
Big Girl. Like, it's a very weird naming method, I guess. Like, sure. 4 foot though. It's big, isn't it?
It is quite large. It is quite large. Koi fish can actually get sunburns as well, Ben. So they need to make sure they're actually having some shade available to them on a sunny day.
Going to algae is one way of doing it, isn't it? You've got like the water that is quite covered with it.
Yeah. And not only do they look best if they're in a group, obviously lots of koi fish together is quite pretty to look at, but that's actually what keeps them at their happiest. They like to have friends around and, you know, stay around their own kind. However, if there are other fish from different species in the pond, they are known to bully the non-koi fish.
That's an interesting one.
Yeah.
That's quite an interesting one. I mean, at first I was thinking like, oh, so they get like lonely as well, right? Yeah. Instead, they're just a bit...
They're just aggro, yeah.
Yeah. Potentially, I guess, racist in some ways.
They just hate anything that isn't a koi fish, yeah.
Yeah, okay. It's interesting to know that somehow crosses into animals as well. That's a weird one. Some people actually are like that that fish are like that. Just imagine you put a goldfish in there, it just starts getting beaten up. Just like, what the hell?
It's getting whopped out.
Why is this happening?
The WWF, the World Wrestling Fish. But we will leave you with these fish facts for the meantime and instead treat you to a little video before we come back in and carry on with the game as we get everything remedied. So we'll leave you alone for the meantime and then see you after these messages.
ESL Pro League is brought to you in part by Intel, Vodafone, The Road to Odense, Betway, MSI, Logitech G, Pay Safeguard, Mountain Dew League, and ESEA.
Incendiary out.
Did I seriously get that dude in smoke?
Yo! Oh my.
Game, record, and stream without compromise. An Intel Core i7.
We're back. Welcome back, everybody, as we will be carrying on with the action now between HellRaisers and North. Delving straight into it, Ben, and North are not messing about at all. They're running straight into the absolute hellfire that is being laid down by Issa.
Sure, 2 huge frags there. They're playing such a weird way in B. They were ready to play retake right there. Anissa gets those 2 kills, Deadfox gets another one. And Arcadian and AZ left at 2v5. It's a horrible situation to be in. And they're just tempting, like, we got into this B site, but we weren't really in control. And now they're forced to think, well, Arcadian's got an absolute load of smoke grenades to use. So they might be able to get a plant here if they really tried to. But it's such an off position, and he's going to go for the plant.
For the backstab.
And he does get the plant, but surely nothing else from that. I mean, Arcadian should fall here. There we go. So a very clean round from HellRaisers there. That should make it 11-9, funny enough.
He'll be sleeping with the fishes, Ben. With the big guy.
Hopefully not the koi fish, because otherwise he might get treated badly.
He might get bullied, yeah.
We don't want that. We don't want them to get bullied.
They're not a fan. That's why they suck your fingers when you put your fingers in the water.
Hate you.
Yeah, they're trying to bully you. Trying to suck your fingers off.
Kill this guy, screw him, I hate him.
Quick, eat his finger. Anyway, 10-9 is the scoreline. As we do carry on with the game. Woxic. He's whipped out the AWP. Angel isn't going to be using it this time around on the CT side, so... Ooh.
Trying to do it backwards.
Yeah, look at him.
It sideways, admin.
He's doing it backwards. Oh, there we go. He couldn't actually do it backwards.
Yeah. Couldn't, like, complete the task. Hazy took a heavy hit there along with Cadian.
He did indeed.
Not a good start for them in this round. 10-9 in HellRaisers' favour. And plenty of grenades in play as well for them. I mean, North, considering the situation, they've still got a pretty good buy. Like, Cadian was probably the player you had most question marks on in terms of buy, right? You lose the first buy. He normally AWPs. Somehow he's managed to get 4 grenades AWP and keep some money left. That's quite unusual.
It is. It's a bit bizarre. Suspect, some might say.
Perhaps he stole money from the bank at CT spawn.
Probably. Well, yeah, the ATM machine that's just leaking money in spawn. Yeah. Could have done. Pocketed a couple of quids.
Well, you'd have to find an exchange place in that case.
Yeah.
Because we use dollars. We use dollary dues on this one. Yeah. I'm afraid, so that won't quite work. So HellRaisers, 30 seconds left. They know they need to get some info. Bondic did flash towards long. But despite flashing towards long, there was nobody actually looked there. If they looked there, they would see nobody there, nobody highway. It's 20 seconds left. Both B players have only got flashes between them. They have to win this firefight, otherwise they're doomed.
Well, they go straight through the hole, they jump up and down, but they're spooked, Ben. Deadfox is just ripping his way through everyone. It's a hat-trick of kills found in a matter of seconds. Cadian punishing with the AWP, takes down Bondic, but they need to get the bomb planted right now. This is their only opportunity, and they are able to. They follow through. Kirby plants it and falls back into a better angle. It's a 2-on-2 retake here, but he goes down. Angel executes him. Woxic waits for the smoke to fade before he peers out, gazing in with the AWP. He's got the scope, so he can try and get a good angle, but he steps into the crosshair Arcadian, and he pulls the trigger and leaves him lifeless, misses the flick up, but he charges. Cadian goes down. Angel, the acrobat, flew in there, Ben.
That was a crazy peek, to be fair. Cadian was expecting some sort of shoulder peek. Angel, I'm jumping around this corner.
Just bounds in, uses his little trampoline. That's a 10, to be fair. That's a 10.
That is a 10. And that is another round for HellRaisers, in fact, as well. And they're somehow able to get another buy-in. Because of that plant in the previous round as well, Cadian's able to get another AWP. He could have gone Kevlar, but he's decided, I need the 2 flashes and a smoke instead. So he's a lot more willing, I suppose similar to Woxic, right? Woxic was a lot of the time he'd take the hit and get no ammo. Woxic right now is he's so close. I mean, has he not seen the players? Thankfully Angel's there to bail him out.
Yeah, this is it started off as something that was very messy, but it has come back in their favour pretty damn strong now. As it's only Cadian and Valde that remain. Cadian with the AWP, Valde on the AK. Minute and 24 on the clock. Woxic strikes, kills Valdez. He'll take him down, punishing him. I'll give it all up to Cadian to try to bail them out. They're not in a good position at all. Deadfox rotates back around, switches out as he'll grab that AK-47. Cadian.
Probably going to get shot in the back any second now if Deadfox is looking this way.
Surely.
Apparently not.
He's not clearing it. Didn't look towards Monster.
That seems so bizarre. Why would you not clear Monster fully?
That's a free bomb plot, man.
Thing is, he might be going for the bigger play, which would, if he were to walk CT, he might either A, he'll catch this on the way out, or B, he'll actually catch this in the side right here and get another plant, as you mentioned. It just depends how patient is this. Is he going to actually sit there watching along this whole time? Because it looks like he will right now.
He seems happy to do so. Doesn't realise where Arcadian could be coming from.
Especially as Deadfox didn't actually clear Monster when he did, like push through. He didn't clear left or anything.
And he'll be telling him it was clear.
But Arcadian going up this side probably isn't the best situation there, because he's kind of in a weird peripheral vision.
Oh,
That gets the kill, and he should get the plant here. He still has a smoke to work with. This is winnable.
Bomb down, falls back, plays from bank.
That smoke use, probably not the way I would personally use myself, but 1v3. All 3 players are going to be coming from the same direction. They've got so many grenades between them, though.
Yeah.
It's going to be a big ask to win this.
They are loaded. Arcadian.
Peeking into the fire.
Oh, the double kill comes through, connects the headshot, it's the collateral then, as he's going to rip them to pieces. This could be the clutch round, and in style as well. Has the finesse on the last man, jumps on the bomb, goes for the shot. Arcadian saves the day as he takes down Dead Fox.
I mean, that's one way to argue the no armor, I need a smoke and a flash.
Yeah.
Apparently, makes the play, goes through the fire and flames, a multi-kill on that angle, which is normally just a headshot angle for one player.
Yeah, that's rough.
And HellRaisers, I imagine that's them taking a time hunt, right?
Have we let him come at us?
Also, if you're north, I guess Caden might take the ball himself because he might be too pumped.
Yeah.
That is something that some people do.
Could be hyped, right?
But HellRaisers, money-wise, it would make sense for them to do it, right? They've got 2 players on about 5,500. This the fact that they've somehow lined up there is so unfortunate for them. And then Dead Fox, he's gone for a bit of an angsty, bit of a too quick play. I didn't really need to do this.
Dude, that's such a ridiculous ace, by the way.
Yeah, I know. It's the fact that Dead Fox, if he'd simply cleared left,
yeah,
that does not happen.
Never should have gotten away with that in a million years, and he did.
And the binders come through.
Himself.
Yeah, for sure. As soon as he watches the VOD of that actual little bit, he'll be wondering, why did I not clear to the left? And Woxic and Angel both bought an AWP each. Angel wins the AWP fight in connector. And there's another trade towards B as well. Thankfully, they're out Monster as well. Both players on B already dead.
Already pushing their way through. Gade is there. Molotov goes out, tries to ignite, but we'll just be holding, waiting for his teammates to rotate round. Dead Fox with the AWP. It's a pixel angle as he'll be sniffing close, but misses the flick. Woxic's nearly dead then. He's left on 6 HP. It's a 3-on-3, but it's going to be awkward.
I mean, Dead Fox is stuck indoor, really. There's nothing you can expect him to do here. Woxic, on the other hand, gets that kill there, and their trade is there as well. Dead Fox, he has to save. There's no way he commits through that door.
That makes it 11-11 as well. It's all wrapped up, it's tied up. Think of the difference. If Dead Fox, a round ago, merely would have cleared towards Monster, they could be on a 13-10 scoreline at this point.
Yeah, a simple mistake as well. Just think about it. It was so weird, though, because he killed the player on short, and then as soon as it turns into a 1v4, he storms short, takes the AK, runs through the short pipe, does not even check to his left.
It's bizarre. It is very odd.
Like, why would you not clear that fully? Like, why would you not just make sure 100% there's nobody out Monster? Such a weird decision.
It's one that could haunt him for a while as well. Especially if the game continues on in this fashion. I mean, we're now tied up. It's 11-11. North, they have a lot of money, whereas the same could not be said for HellRaisers. The only thing they have is one weapon, the weapon that was saved on the man in question, Dead Fox. And is he going to be able to lay some death? Going to be the harbinger of death into this one. Pushes out first. Oh, no. Player in the smoke, but he doesn't know. Oh, they're swarming around, gets one kill, but the trade's coming back through. Valde with 2. Bondic taken out by Gay. The AWP is still in play, but he has done nothing really with it. Just one initial frag, now he's gone. Cadian will punish him, and Angel is there. But it's a matter of time until they pull the plug, and HellRaisers flatline into the round.
You've got to be thinking as well, HellRaisers, they had success when they had the double AWP, right? This round they invest into it, or the previous round, sorry, they invested into it. They keep that one AWP on Dead Fox. He was making that play towards short, but as soon as that smoke was in the actual pipe, he was just like, I can't make that play and turn around. Yeah. Gets that one kill towards B, and then nothing else, no other impact. And North are probably going to run away with this, if I'm honest. The money's not great in HellRaisers, they need to buy into this one. And they're going to. There's no AWP though. And that's been a major part of their game so far.
And that's wild. If that is the turning point of the game as well, off the back of the ace from Cadian, what a way to topple the odds between these two teams. And it looks like it could be what tilts the balance. Oh, the flashbang comes back in.
Hates it.
Not ideal.
Forced to use that, even though there's technically no aggression coming in. It was just a simple Molotov just to pull out that one smoke. And look how many grenades they got left. That was a triple nade! I mean, I like to see that. So I suppose if you're the B player who threw that, you'll hear him put it out. Yeah. Which probably means he's stuck there. If Dead Fox had not actually moved, those nades would have crunched him.
Yeah, he'd have been gone. 3 nades right on the noggin.
But fortunately for North, though, Woxic was able to get that kill indoor, and he's managed to pull away and head towards this B site by looks things. Which means they'll have 4 players playing B. Vali's tempting fate is thinking about going in. Probably won't, though. Just waiting for somebody to give him a peek, but they're playing so defensive on that site. Despite having no grenades and no kit, normally you'd play aggressive, just try and force the fight. And Angel gets another kill on the other side of the map. They're forced into B here. There's 3 players here. So Vali's gonna molly. I think that's the Freiburg, actually, like the ramp itself. Oh, no. He's gonna molly Graffiti, which is a perfect molly technique. They're playing defensive. Dead Fox is gonna be left on his own in this pit area.
Dead Fox still needs to go huge into the round, but it is only a 1-on-2. Make it the 1 man left, and he wasn't alive for long. He does go down, Kirby gets killed, and that makes it the 12-12 now as the scoreline comes back. It's always so close between these two sides. North, it seems like they just struggle to close out games once they get into a good leader position, and they're feeding off each other. But in terms of the investment, though, Cadian, he could afford the AWP. The rest of them pretty healthy on the buy. The only player that doesn't have an AK is Kirby on the MP5, and I mean, he's been ridiculous with the weapon, so can't fault him there. The downside is the utility. It's a lot more restricted than what they've had in prior rounds.
For sure. I mean, I suppose the other part about this MP5 buy is he will not be able to battle at range. It doesn't seem like the gun itself is very accurate. Like if you were tapping,
it's got a lot of kick to it.
Yeah, it doesn't seem to be very accurate at tapping wise, but obviously the run and gun behind it is fantastic. And Kirby, he is using it to its strengths. He's trying to get these close range angles. He's walked through toilets. If he were to actually walk onto the site, this could be horrible. He'll hear Bondic running through lower, which to me basically screams there's probably not a player on site. But this is all about timing here. If Bondic peeks this at the wrong time, unfortunately for Kirby, he does get that timing. But the thing is, this is not an A play. Kirby's keeping 3 players here.
Yeah.
But unfortunately he's dropped. I was going to say, the longer he stays alive, the better for North. With him dropping though, Dead Fox and I believe it is Issa, yeah. You remember last time they came through this monster fight, Dead Fox killed 3 of them. This time he's added 1.
It's only the
and
1.
Issa doesn't get anything.
Issa goes down, Ben. That's awkward. Gade might have actually just given them the edge they need as they slide into the site, and the edge he has is an absolute blade. He's cutting his way through everyone. Bondic with the response on Val. There's a double kill, takes down Gade. It's all up to Cadian once more. Gets the first kill, goes for the fake plant, and decides to just bombard his way out of there. Go on an absolute loop-the-loop rack around towards the A site, it seems.
It's a very peculiar rotate, especially when you consider Woxic hadn't actually dropped out of heaven even yet. You'll hear him running up highway. He's going to be here in time. The question is, does he want to commit too hard to this rotate? Does he want to run it, or does he want to keep Cadian thinking? Make him unsure on where your end-up destination is. But Cadian, the fact he's got to highway, it increases his chance of winning by so much.
Yeah. He's actually played it right here. He's doing a very good job. Suspects that he could have been coming back round from connector. Doesn't realise he didn't drop off when he spotted him there over on B. Meanwhile, Woxic, he's on the bomb. Taps it.
He's got no kit. This is a rough situation. Cadian's even playing the time. He doesn't even peek it with that molly there. Now he'll finally peek it just because he doesn't have the time. Even if Woxic gets the kill there, there's no time.
Yeah.
That's round over. Cadian wins another clutch for them. 13-12 in favour of North now.
Big clutch rounds coming through. And they will win that. 13-12.
But look at the money on both sides. It's not great. Even though North win that round, they lose everyone.
Well, they've been losing all of their players. I mean, even the rounds they're winning, like there. Everyone went down. Sure, you're getting the bomb plant, but you're not really going to get much cash. I mean, you're going to be left starved. And that's why these rounds have been so scrappy. This is what we expected. It's a scrappy game.
The question is, how will North play out this round? They were quite fortunate that Kirby managed to walk through that area and keep 3 players with him. The fact that they won the 5-5. I mean, Woxic did this last round. He was there to be bailing out Angel. He got the leg shot off.
Yeah, gets the leg, but goes down to Cadian with the Mach 10. Luckily enough, Angel was there, but the CZ from a distance not quick enough to punish against Gade, so we get slaughtered by the AK-47. And it is now a 4-on-3.
I mean, the bonus the HellRaisers have is they've done a lot of damage, right? There's 2 players on less than 30. For CZs, that's great.
Yeah.
Like, even at range, that is good. But North, look how slow they're playing this out now. They know they don't need to rush into a situation. They've got a man up. HellRaisers are going to be the ones question marking everything. We need to know, get some more info. But fortunately for HellRaisers, Deadfox's position is fantastic on B. He's on short. I think he's on the rail. And he'll basically be able to get an early call towards Monster or short if they're going there. But despite that, though, it looks like they might be risking 3B instead. It's an interesting one. I mean, the longer the round plays out, the more HellRaisers start doubting everything. And it does look like they'll be on the wrong side for this. They'll probably hear some smokes landing towards A. Although AZ doing that smoke to heaven, that's probably going to make them think they're in the right position. The one player comes out, he'll sell the fake, and this should be an easy round for North from here.
Ooh. Deadfox, the kill comes through with a CZ. He's going to be able to strike down and eliminate AZ.
Saving the guns they have right now is probably worth more than trying to win it.
Yeah.
Because I think they get 2,400, is it? Or 1,900 for the next round loss. It's not a good amount of money. But if you're able to keep armor on some of these players, it's worth a whole lot more. And in fact, Bondic gets a Mach 10 now, and he picks up a kit as well as a Mach 10. Molotov, sorry. So there's quite high value in some of the stuff they picked up this round. And if Issa is able to pick up this exit as well, Cadian is coming through this way, and so is Kirby. It all depends on the timing Issa has here. If he peeks up that same angle, he's potentially got both of them. Cadian's going to dice bomb. He's only lost 4 HP, he's actually lived.
My goodness. Stays alive.
That's a huge difference.
That's ridiculous. I mean, both of them keeping their guns and their weaponry. They can reinvest pretty efficiently around this now. The pause comes out as you'd expect because they need to try and slow down the game. They've got to work out what's going on and pick up the pace right now. North, if they get the next round, at the very least, it's overtime secured. If they're able to chain 2 together, they will walk out of it as the victors, their heads held high, and that will be another 3 points wired into their standings.
So Cadian drops on AK for Kirby. So you've got 3 AKs with 4 grenades. Cadian will be able to get grenades himself if he wants it. And Valdi with a UMP for grenades himself as well. Whereas on the HellRaisers side, it's looking weak. It's really looking weak. You've got 2 MP5s and M4. And then no investment there. They dropped the CZs they had to the 2 players, Angel and Woxic, who did die. So you're just relying on those weapons to come up big, essentially. So both those pistols are going to play inside connect. Close range angles, good place to be in. And Cadian, he's doing a bit of a weird pre-fire.
Yeah, he's definitely trying his luck a little bit. He's still with the first kill though, eliminates Kirby and the follow-up frag as Gade goes down. Cadian gets the pick over to Issa.
But Stink as well, he's got kill.
It's all going wrong. Angel with the flank from the rear. No, almost, but the adjustment. AZ, his spider senses were tingling and he knew to adjust. Takes him down, Ben. It's a 2-on-2. The A site is open, B is open, the CTs have pushed so deep. And Deadfox is the only one that's anywhere near these 2 players right now. Oh, the backstab, there's potential.
This is all about the timing, isn't it? Because I mentioned the MP5 is not an accurate weapon at range. The thing is he going to get baited into going for the M4? No, he's not. So he does spot him, but he's actually going for the shot. He got the kill. It's a 1v2 for Valdi now. I mean, he knows where the bomb is. And he has to peek out to get it.
Oh,
and he dinks him again.
That's the kill. Deadfox.
One of the better games he's had in recent times.
Yeah, a big stomping power right now. I mean, that's why they've sort of been allowing him to play a little bit more aggressive. They've been working the squad around him because it's working so well. 21 frags to his name. 2 huge critical kills into that round. And
look at the money on North. Even though they've been winning these rounds, they know they need to eco this one and hope to get a good buy-in at 14-14. But if they lose that round, they've probably lost the game, if I'm honest. Like the amount of investment this round is P250s across some flashes, a deagle on AZ, and that is it. This is a rough situation. It's very similar to the train game. It looks like we're going to burst monster. Dead Fox should be having a field day here. Doesn't quite hold the spray though.
Lucky enough. Yeah, this is that. Just tidy it up. Mops him up like a spilt drink, as it is only AZ that remains, and he's left in the 1 versus 4. Trapped miles away from the action. Does get the initial kill with the deagle, but the trade comes back through from the AK. 14-14.
Look at the money on North. It's still not good.
No.
Like Gade and Valde both bought P250s there, which means they can't get AK armor.
I thought we were going to see the full 30 rounds, and it definitely seems like we are now at this point. I mean, 14-14.
They have to go UMPs.
Yeah, it's rough in terms of the money and how this one's going to go. This round's critical. Both teams struggling for money. As we dive into round 29. Nice early nades. Less than I thought it would do.
Yeah, he just about got out of the pipe, so he avoided quite a bit of the damage. So this is the setup I thought Kirby and Caden were doing in that first half. At A long. Much more reserved, you know, bait and switch. But North, they, you know, it's such a big round. They need to win this one. If they don't win this one, I don't think they take round 30. Purely because of how weak the buy will be. So they've now executed out towards A. They've got the connected control. Now they're seeking toilets, but Woxic opens it up already. He does have backup from Angel as well. If he gets this kill and actually gets out, it's phenomenal. In fact, he's pushing further.
He goes for more, but he goes down. Woxic punished because of that overzealousness. Oh, the contact as well. Angel getting a read towards outside, trying to punish Kirby, but the response is there. Overpowers him with the AK and starts to overthrow the rain from North, but Bondik should be the man to finish it. The connection onto AZ pretty much seals the deal, as it is only Kirby that remains, and it's a 1-on-3. Not really a good position to be in for him.
He needs an ace to win this round. It's a big ask. Only 25 seconds left as well. Bondik does fall to him. He's got this as a chance. He can find a 1v1 on either of the sides. His only opponent on this B site is Dead Fox, who's been playing really well so far this game.
Well, he needs the ace, Ben. Can he get it? Pushes round, trying to find him. Tiptoes down into the water, bounce around from the elevated angle. Barely misses, but connects the headshot. If he gets the plant down right now, we can win it, but it's a struggle. He needs the plant. He might get it done, but the Molotov forces him to go for the peek.
What? Issa gave him a chance. He even kept peeking it.
What a commotion. That was the weirdest way to play it out from either party. And now we get left here. 15-14. The last round that could decide it. This very well could be the last one we see as North. They had such little money left because of how long this game's dragged on. It's completely broken their economy.
And on the HellRaisers side, it looks a lot better when you compare it to North. And this looks like B is the idea here. All players from North gathered outside there. And you can see that monster smoke done from the sandbags from one of the HellRaisers players. But this time it's going to be through short. If they rush short, it's an absolute shooting range for all three of the B players right now. They're playing this setup that they've been doing all game. From Graffiti, I mean that dink on Bondik.
Oh, the headshot there. Bondik and Dead Fox. Dead Fox just doing damage right now. Bondik with another blow. AZ surely should be the last man to fall. This should be it, taken 16-14 on the 30th round. AZ grabs himself a weapon, but it's just a Galil, not the best thing to have, and he is finished. Woxic transfers him, takes him down with the AWP, and HellRaisers will win it. They pick up the second map there. They save it from going from overtime as well, so they get the full 3 points, meaning they walk away from the series with the 4 points, but they actually come out on top here.
Yeah, I mean, considering at the start of the series, we'd just seen HellRaisers lose tragically against Mouse.
Yeah.
That's a much better showing, right? It might have been a bit scrappy here and there, you know, some instances, but to come out with 4 points from the possible 6, that's pretty damn good.
It is, that's what I mean. I mean, you've got the advantage there. Obviously, the opponents only walk away with a couple of points, just rather than what they could have done. 2 points for the win they had, so all in all, HellRaisers have actually bested North pretty efficiently there.
I mean, if you consider that KD and clutch, if that had not happened, we might have seen a bit more of a dominant scoreline in terms of like, towards HellRaisers at least. Right? That clutch was so bizarre that it came out. And we were just saying, at best he gets a plant here, right? He kills Issa, he gets a plant.
Yeah.
That collateral changed everything.
That was really the open and closure of that game, and unfortunately HellRaisers did steal it away from North in the end. Now then, we have one final series coming up tonight. Another series that is all important, a Go versus Nip, to see if Nip can actually get themselves out of the gutter and start showing what they can do on the server. We'll find out after the break. For the meantime, enjoy the replays from that matchup. The KD and Clutch was phenomenal, so that'll be a great one to watch. We'll leave you with these.
ESL Pro League is brought to you in part by Intel, Vodafone, The Road to Odense, Betway, MSI, Logitech G, Pay Safeguard, Mountain Dew League, and ESCA.